Welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about malachite. And sorry. So here's a piece of malachite. This is one of the pieces that I have. Some of my crystals are still put away, so I can't find all of them. But you know, still packed in boxes that haven't been unpacked yet. Wow, that's not focusing. Well, oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is a tumbled piece of malachite, and I have some smaller pieces of malachite as well. So I guess I'll start with malachite is a let me just quickly refer to my notes. So malachite is a copper carbonate mineral. Sometimes you might find them mixed with azurite or chrysocolla. So a brief history, I guess, would be that malachite was used in ancient Egypt, much like lapis lazuli. It was used for, or thought to heal, eye ailments. So you would find ancient Egyptians would grind up into like a pigment, and they would, you know, like for eye makeup, so they would go around their eyes, I guess like a eyeliner or maybe an eyeshadow. It was also used in paints, to paint statuary and, you know, things like that in ancient Egypt. The stone, they thought it to be a stone of power, and so they incorporated it into a lot of things in their lives. So it would be pharaohs would wear it in their headdresses. It was believed that it would help the pharaohs rule wisely, but it was also used in ancient Rome and ancient Greece. Okay, so I'll cover the spiritual aspects, emotional and physical. So spiritually, malachite can be used to, and in a way, the spiritual and the emotional are interconnected. So I'll be talking about those in some aspects simultaneously. One of the ways in which they are interconnected is that malachite can help you bring up or bring out deep traumatic hurts, say hurts from an abuse, or things that you have just, I guess, shoved down so deeply that you have not dealt with it, and they affect things you do. They affect your thought patterns. They affect or stymie spiritual growth. And so malachite gets in and it just dredges up all that gunk inside of you and pulls it out. So it can be used with your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakras, and it will help get all that up to examine, to look at, to help, I don't want to say purge, but help get all of that out of you so that you can deal with it and move past it. Also, if you're empathic, it is good to use on your solar plexus to get all of that which you've gathered from others, from outward influences, and it will help purge purge those kinds of things. Malachite is also used to ward against the evil eye and negativity. While malachite is one of those stones that absorbs and emits, you know, so you want to be careful when using malachite. It can absorb negativity, and it could be one as a for protection, to protect against the evil eye, to protect against anyone who's trying to do harm to you. It's said that you can wear it, and people who are trying to harm you, almost like an invisibility cloak, like they just don't see you, or, I mean, you're there, they just don't notice, you know what I mean? So that's some of the things in which it's thought it can aid in. It can help, as I said, break through those blocks, so that you can progress and help you recognize your trouble areas, your I don't want to say patterns, but the word escapes me. But it can help you really, those outmoded patterns that no longer serve you. It can help you break through those barriers and move on, to not just better yourself spiritually, but just to better yourself in general. It has the power to help you recognize your own power, your own inner strength, your own personal power as even as a witch, your own personal power. It can help you recognize that within yourself and to help bring it out. Malachite is said to be able to clear all chakras and clear and activate all your chakras. It's a stone of transformation. Again, that transformation stems from the fact that it shows you what your blocks are, and to help you grow in your spiritual growth. It draws out those deep feelings, allowing you to break unwanted ties. And again, like anything that's outmoded, anything that no longer serves you, those thought patterns, or even traits or habits that you have that no longer serve you, that are harming you. So it helps you, all those emotional things, all those past traumas that basically are the cause of why you do what you do. It helps you bring all that to the forefront so that you can work through that. So you can stop having these outmoded patterns that can be harmful to you, or not helpful to you anymore, and they no longer serve you. Let's say, like, you have suffered abuse, or even sexual abuse, and now you no longer trust. You have a hard time trusting, whether it be men or anyone. It took away that trust. It helps you dredge up those past hurts and to examine it and to work through it so that you can trust again, allowing you to move past those kinds of things. Excuse me. Malachite can also help you express your feelings. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Let me just... Okay. Emotionally, like I said, so when it's helping you with these past traumas, that not only is helping you spiritually, but it is helping you emotionally as well. Again, you know, let's say it's affecting your trust of other people. Well, that's emotional too. So that is helping you to move past that kind of thing. It is known to help people through, like I said, those psychosexual problems. It helps you move past the idea or the notion of being like the victim of abuse. And when I say victim, I don't mean it. I mean, it helps you deal with that abuse, but to use it to make you a stronger person, so you no longer see yourself as a victim, but more of a survivor. You've survived it, you've triumphed over it. It can also help with shyness. Again, that goes with communication. So it can help you be a risk taker. It can help you Malachite is good for courage and for taking for having the courage to take actions in which you typically would not do, you would be afraid of doing. So it'll help Also with some say it can help with depression. um, but it helps you confront those fears so that you can you could be a risk taker, but just not even just taking risks, but it helps you work through those fears so that it propels you into action, so that you know, let's say you just have a fear simply of writing. You want to write to be published, but you're afraid. Well, it'll help you move past that fear so you can do what you want to do. Physically, malachite is said to be good for female discomforts, with cramps, especially with menstrual cramps. It's said to help with the childbirthing process. Malachite is said to be good with inflammatory issues, so any sprains or sprains or arthritis or anything like that, malachite is said to help relieve that inflammation. So you would put it on the place in which is where it's inflamed, wrists, legs, knees, ankles, wherever your inflammation is at, and it's said to help draw that from the body. It's also said that malachite is good at supporting detoxing, to remove toxins from your body. So if you're going through a fasting process, or you're trying to detox from whatever it is, it could just be, you want to start a clean diet, you want to detox the things in food, in certain foods that are not good for your body. It'll help aid you in that process as well. So that's basically it. So again, I'll show you my little piece of malachite. I think this is one I got at one of the rock and mineral shows, I can't remember, but I love malachite. And I'll say this too. So malachite, I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's all these, forgive my ashy hands, but there's all these, like, it doesn't want to really focus, but there's all these swirls and everything in malachite, and a big piece probably would be better for this, but you could use it to help with meditation. And I think I've mentioned this before in a video, that you can use stones to help aid in meditation. Malachite would be good because you focus on those swirls, and so that's where your focus is at, so it helps you, I'm gonna say, zen out. So it'll help you with that process. So malachite would be good for that as well. I use malachite actually as an offering to Isis. Malachite is one of her stones. Malachite, lapis lazuli, and a few other stones. And when I come across those in this series, I'll mention those as well. But I use several stones I use as an offering to Isis. And before I use them again, I cleanse them and everything like that. But that's what I use for Isis. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and blessed to be.